Yo, I'm gonna tell you something that most photographers on YouTube won't admit. I wasted years buying cameras because I thought it was gonna get me paid. I've had the Sony a7R III, the Sony a7R IV, the Sony a7 III. Now I have the Sony a7 IV, and I'm shooting this video with the Sony FX30. And I'm not gonna talk about the last 5 years. I bought a bunch of Nikon cameras because I was with Nikon, then I switched to Sony. So yeah, today I'm just gonna break down to you why cameras are not the key to getting clients, because this video is going to save you years so that you can learn exactly how to run your business and not rely on buying these cameras. My first mistake was I was buying cameras and I just thought there was a perfect camera to buy in order to book clients. That was crazy. And the reason why I was thinking like that is because I was looking at these YouTubers, right? And they were telling me different type of cameras to buy. And I just thought one day, I was like, why I'm still buying so much cameras? I just started looking at my bank account and I realized like I'm actually spending a lot of money on cameras. So that's when I was like, yo, I gotta stop buying this camera. There's gotta be a better way that I can get clients instead of me buying these cameras. So once I stopped buying cameras, I started focusing on like marketing. So because what I realized, I was looking at these YouTubers telling me about camera reviews, and now they're doing photo reviews. Like, they can't run my business, especially with the photo review. That tripped me out. It's just a side note about that with the photo reviews. How can another photographer tell you what type of photos for the client? That's crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? The client should be able to know if they like your work or not. Like, that's another subject for another video. But yeah, I didn't know why I thought camera gear was going to change my business. Like, it was just, I guess I was hypnotized, brainwashed. I don't know what it was. But when you think about it, clients don't care what type of cameras that we have. They don't care about ISO, shutter speed, aperture. They don't care nothing about photography. All they want us to do is capture those important moments of their life. Just make it a storytelling photo, or if you're doing video, just tell the story and make sure that the quality is there. That's all clients want. So I had to realize, like, I'm thinking about what I want when I started focusing on camera gear. It's not about the camera. It's what I do with the camera to help the clients establish whatever they want as far as their memory. That was it. And once I started focusing on that, a lot of things changed in my business. The second thing I was doing wrong, I was not putting the right type of message out there for my clients. Like, I just was putting out, like, say for instance, like your Instagram. Like, majority of my clients come off of Instagram. Like, in my Instagram bio, before I started booking clients, my Instagram bio was like capturing beautiful memories or wedding photographer. But that's not what you want to put into your bio. You want to actually call out the people that you help as far as like what you do for them. Like, say for instance, you're a wedding photographer, you can be like, I help brides to capture their beautiful wedding day with less stress. And that's about it. Like, and just have the contact form for them to contact you right up under there, that link. But just being that specific about who you shoot, like, that basically changes the game for them to understand what you do. Not putting you shoot parties, events, weddings, just putting a bunch of stuff up there. The clients are confused exactly what you do because they want people that specialize in something. You see what I'm saying? They don't want a person that's all over the place. Because let's say, for instance, you do portraits or events and you do weddings, a bride is probably not going to book you because, like, they probably going to think that you're going to be double booked one day. You feel what I'm saying? If you book a portrait session and a wedding in the same day, I've seen it done. That's why I said it. So yeah, clients have contacted me with, like, asking me to shoot their wedding when the photographer was double booked. I'm like, nah, that's not how it works. You have to book me months in advance. That way I can be there to capture your memories. That's not how it works. When a photographer like cancels on them the day of, like, I'm not about to go shoot that type of wedding. That happened one time. So, but you want to specialize in letting clients know exactly what you do, because then they know that you're the person to go to because they're spending thousands of dollars with you. So now they want to make sure that they are going to get the photos that they need for their wedding day. So you want to make sure that you specialize. Yo, real quick, if you watching this and you got a nice camera, but you don't got no clients, I've made a free 30-day challenge that breaks down exactly how I book 3 clients in 21 days. No ads, no websites, just Instagram and a strategy. The link is in the description. Go grab it now. This third mistake that kept me broke, I talked about it a little bit in the second mistake. So this third mistake, right? I used to work third shift. And like say for instance on the Friday morning I get off, I would have a shoot that Friday evening. And then when I would have like an event that Saturday and a shoot probably that Saturday morning. And then that Sunday, I'll probably have an engagement session. I was shooting everything. Like, it was literally everything. And I was just all over the place. And I wasn't making the price that I wanted to make. So it really didn't add up at the end of the day. So when I go to work on Sundays, like, I'm really tired and burnt out. And I still have to get off to edit these photos in order to get it back for them clients because the photographers, our day is not over after the shoot. We still have to do edits. So, and then I got like 3 kids. So it's like, yo, I had a lot going on. And once I started honing in and working with weddings as far as brides, that's when the game changed for me. I started focusing on creating content for brides, and I started getting brides. And then I started like upping my price because I was creating the content. Because when I was on a call with the brides, they would tell me like my content is really helpful, and that's why the reason they're booking me. So I was like, let me just boost my price up a little bit because they like the content. So once I just start boosting my price up, like I just started booking higher end clients just off of the content and just focusing on just doing weddings because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to shoot 2 weddings per month at the price $3,000. I was fine with that. So once I started doing that and it worked, I was like, yo, this is a great strategy because they were coming from Instagram only. And I was making the content. So I was like, yo, this is the strategy right here I'm going to go with. So here's what I learned after buying so much camera gear. I had to stop focusing on camera gear, and then I just focused on Instagram. I got my bio right, and I just start posting videos for 100 days straight. And I just interacted with the industry or the people that I actually wanted to book. For instance, if like, say for instance, you wanted to book brides, like go engage with wedding planners, go engage with wedding photographers, go engage with the people in your industry if you're not creating content like that right now. So later on, once you started creating content and actually calling out your audience, because that's what that PDF down below is going to do for you. That's what changed the game for me. I did every single thing that I have in that PDF. Once you do that, I guarantee you within 30 days, like you should be having some type of motion, some type of motion. That's what changed the game for me. I started focusing on just running my Instagram and getting that everything right. The bio, the engagement, posting the videos nonstop. And also, I'm still getting like brides that are trying to book me for the wedding. So if you're a wedding photographer around the South Carolina area, like comment below, let me know because I can shoot you some leads. And like, because I'm not shooting weddings no more, but people are still contacting me for the wedding. So if you are a wedding photographer in the South Carolina area, you're like, go ahead and put it below so I can send you some leads because I'm no longer shooting the weddings. But that's what I've learned. As long as I'm focusing on those things as far as marketing my business and not focusing on camera gear, my business grew like crazy. So yeah, buying the camera gear is not the flex. You have a camera. So master your camera and stop adding to cart. There's no need for you to be adding more cameras to cart and waiting on it to get here with the shipping if you don't got no clients. Like you want to master getting clients and then let the camera gear just, if you want to buy camera gear later after you done made a lot of money, why not? You know what I'm saying? But once you change your focus as far as buying and getting people to buy from you as far as your services, your business will grow. So yeah, I'm telling you, your camera is a tool, not your business plan. What you need to focus on is marketing your business with that plan in the description. I'm letting you know now, once you do all those things in that PDF, you're going to start booking clients. No cap. So yeah, and the first person that books a client under 30 days, I got $100 for them. So yeah, let me know if you can book a client within those 30 days. I think today is February the 2nd. So if you have a client by the end of this month, I got you $100. But in the meantime, check out this video. Make sure you grab a PDF and your boy out. Cheers.